Bureaucratic is the name of this artist. I use him for a lot of my different videos, and yeah, I just really love good music. So I always try to experiment with him in these sessions a little bit. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you're tuning in, you're watching our podcast. It's not our podcast, it's our film session. I get so used to it every time I sit in front of this roadcaster, I think podcast. But these are film sessions, and I just like to thank everybody for pulling up. If you're new, this is how this thing is going to work. I'll give you guys kind of a little bit of a rundown. We work through synergy. So basically how synergy works is you get access to pretty much everything that ever pretty much happened for the last, I don't know, how many years? 2004 is the earliest it has, so about 18, 17 years ago? It's a long time ago. So we got a lot of stuff to work with. Any player, anybody, any situation. For the most part, I have it. It's a lot of stuff that we want to go over today. But if you're new, just walk right in and hit that thumbs up button so we can grow. The reason for me doing these type of film sessions is because I want to help raise everybody's IQ, from people who talk sports to people who don't know sports. I just want to help them learn to appreciate the game of basketball that we've all come to love, and grow to know. So, and it's been the reason why I've been able to go all the way around the world and do the things that I've been able to do. So without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. You guys know how I always like to get it done. Let me know where you guys are from. Send your I don't care your country. If you're from out of country, I'm in the U.S. If you're not, just let me know what state you guys are from. I always like to see that. It's our little roll call. Roll call is leaving your thumbs up for the video, and then on top of that, let me know where you guys are watching from. This is the opportunity to raise your IQ. JS21 Juan, what's good? All my little Twitch squad. I see all the little members in here, man. It's good to see you guys in here doing well. Thanks for making the transition over to YouTube. It was kind of like a big transition, but it's kind of working out. It's going to help us get these things one day on TV. I see people from Texas, Florida, New Jersey, Dallas, Philly checking in, Sweden, that's dope, Southern California right in my backyard, Toronto, Florida, Chicago. We got people from everywhere. The Caribbean, never been there, but got to go pretty soon, hopefully, when all this stuff clears back up. My baby is ready to walk. He comes out in March, early March, so I'm very, very, very hyped to have a son. I would love to have a daughter too. I want one day, but it's something about having a little mini-me that just hits a little bit different. We're going over Dame Lillard today. Before we jump into that, it's a lot of stuff that we want to go over. Let's get the show on the road.
You're in the lab with Devin Williams.
All right, the show has now officially begun. What we're going over today is a little bit of everything. We're going over, first off, Kyrie, who went out and killed Utah yesterday. Played really well, got buckets, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. He started off the game just on fire, and he played without Durant. They got the dub without Durant. So it's kind of cool just seeing all this stuff, like seeing his game really on full display out there in New York and Brooklyn, so hype for him to just get more. I want to see more games where he just goes off like that. I love seeing our guards kill like this. I love seeing Dame go off. I love Steph. Everybody, thank you. I didn't see the bread come through. Appreciate you guys sending the donations. Before we get going, for those of you guys that have been a part, you kind of know how this goes with our film sessions, but I do want to say, if you're trying to get better at basketball, join the academy. I'm getting ready to go ham in 2021 and just help you guys get better at the game of basketball. That's pretty much all it is. So whether you be trying to pursue a college career or a pro career or just trying to be nice at 24, it can't hurt. Join the academy. Got a little discount going right now, and here's a little promo. the academy, find your breakthrough, whether that be in your backyard or on the pro NBA court, wherever. Find your breakthrough. That's what In the Lab is all about. Now let's get this thing going. Kyrie, we're going over Kyrie right now. First of all, I've been really impressed. With his defensive efforts. Sometimes he's just completely lost out there, and then sometimes he plays really good. I don't know if you're watching, though. Are you watching his defense? Starting the game off, jump right on Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. I mean, obviously there's not too many other places that he can go, but he was taken to the assignment. I saw him guarding Steph earlier this year for the first game of the year, and I thought that was like really dope. And so I want to just kind of go over a few clips where some things he's doing right, some things he's doing wrong, and there's a couple other things that I just think that Jared Allen should get more playing time than DeAndre Jordan. But that's neither here nor there. Denying a little bit too much for a guy that doesn't even have the ball. But, you know, I'm just showing the fact that he took the assignment to guard him. See how he fights to the screen, trying to get around it, get us a little bit too much held up. Stays in the picture, could have did more. Donovan Mitchell just missed the shot. But I still think they, oh, my bad. Let me switch this thing over. There we go. My fault. All right, here we go. So he hopped off right off top, just guarding, what's the guy's name? Donovan Mitchell. My fault, I got a little turned around there. But he did a good job for the most part. He came out on fire, but I'm mostly focused because I don't want people to just act like Kyrie hasn't been taking on some pretty tough assignments and trying to prove himself as one of the premier point guards in the NBA. And he's making, honestly, he was up there for the MVP conversation, because he was coming out there killing. I like the fact that he's stepping in the gap right here to cut the drive off. So that where did they end up running? Was that a pick? Yep, pick and roll. He's in the gap. Now he's back out contesting the shot. We'll take a shot with the hand up. We're fine with that. I think he's doing a good job of just making those type of moves. Like I've been seeing it. He's been playing better help D. Now sometimes he's just completely lost. I will admit that. I'm gonna show that. But Kyrie, man, like look at this. This is garbage. So the screen that said he was gonna take Donovan, but and he wasn't taking anybody. He wasn't taking anybody on that possession. So he just kind of stands there, tells Allen to take him, but doesn't take Gobert and doesn't take Donovan Mitchell really either. And he's just kind of walking around. So he can kind of go back to, it's hard to stay locked in on defense for 82 games. I know it is. You're just seeing how they kind of move. And a lot of players, the special guys, they don't even do it for 82 games. Sometimes they have little defense mental lapses or whatever. But taking away the drive, Kyrie stepping up in the lane. The first pass should go to him, which it does. And then we'll go Kyrie out to the corner, close out. Little ugly closeout, but he still got a hand up. Still got it. So he took away the drive. This is good defensive scheme by the Brooklyn Nets. First pass out, and then the second pass goes to Kyrie. Hand up, missed the shot. Write that one down. That's how it always should go normally. Let's see. Hold on. All right, here we go. This is smart, and this is what you should learn. There's a 5-on-4 drill. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before. 5 guys across the free throw line right here. No, is it 4? No, it's 5-on-5. And 5 guys across right here, 5 guys across on the baseline. And the coach will call a number. If you're the 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, and he calls your number, you have to jog down to the baseline and then recover on D. What he does at the same time as saying that number, he throws the ball to the baseline, and these 5 guys and these 4 guys take off in transition, and their job is to score the basketball. The guy who normally gets their number called, he runs to the weak side. So if the ball's on the left side, he'll run to the right side. So this is kind of like an example of how that will work. You know, making that fake pass, but he runs to the weak side. So you don't necessarily run to the basket, you run to the weak side, and he ends up getting that steal because there was a good deflection. Ingles just slow as, geez. But it's so much fun to watch him play because he is that slow. It's a good drill, though, actually. I really like that. So Kyrie did a good job of kind of blowing this play up. He gets a double at the top and ends up jumping down the middle so that he can't get a full head of steam, which we know Donovan Mitchell can do. And he's sliding them puppies, giving a little bit of effort. Just him being in the right spot. Slips out of his hand. Why did Donovan put the ball between his legs? You know, I'm going to say something real quick, though, because it kind of like, some of it kind of bothers me. After we were spoiled, Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray really gave us a show. Like, absolutely gave us a show last year. So it's frustrating watching them now not doing the same thing. And the way that Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell were competing against each other, honestly, Jamal Murray in the next round, it was looking like, what's the difference between those guys and Dame? The difference is Dame does it all the time. Well, not bad timing because he didn't play that great, and we're going to watch that. But that was the biggest thing for me. It was just that we wanted to see more of Jamal Murray, more of Donovan Mitchell. And that's the biggest difference. If they could do this stuff all year, we'd be talking about them like a lot of these guys. They'd be considered one of our premier players. They kind of are, but you know, you don't always get that 40, 35-point game, which they are capable. Donovan Mitchell is so capable of doing all this type of stuff. Anyways, let me switch back. See more Kyrie on defense. We're going to get to his offense because he came out absolutely on fire. Stepping in, getting a hand up. So a hand matters. A hand matters. You know, getting a hand up is so much different than this being an open shot. And that's why, you know, when you're training or teaching players about defense or like coaching players on it, no matter what, get a hand up. Don't just let a person shoot. You know what happens if you just let me shoot? I start to build confidence. You don't want to give anybody that type of confidence ever. Not in the game of basketball. Always get a hand up, even if it's a late contest. Even if it's a late contest. If you just tuned in, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Show some love to the End Live film session so we can keep this thing getting better. Kyrie stepping in the gaps. Nothing really happening there. You know, Utah really didn't play good. So he's taking away that baseline drift. Good read right there. Good read. He could either take away this person as he steps up, or they would have to communicate that, or he would have to wait for that baseline drift. The baseline drift, anytime somebody goes baseline, you're on this side of the court. Defensively, you have to know the options. A good team, a good offensive team will step over to that corner for the baseline drift pass. Now, being that it was good defense right here and a good anticipation right here, they ended up getting the turnover. Everybody was doing a good job individually and in help side. Can't do that. All right, my bad. Moving on. He's 44. All right, so at least he gets back into play. What happened that he's so late in the play? Did he crash to the ground? Yep, there it goes. Another one of those. You guys know I hate those. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it was just a tough layup that he tried to finish. But get back. We need you to get back. Don't complain the ref. Get back. So he ends up getting back kind of late. I don't have no clue why he didn't shoot. He dribbled it and passed it to somebody who wasn't necessarily open. I like Jared Allen. Start him. Welcome to all the new subscribers. It's fun over here. We get better. For sure we get better over here. We're all about improving. IQ in the lab, team development, team dev. Okay. Stepping in the gaps. The most important thing is the ball. It is not your man, because your man can't score without the ball, so you should be in help. He breaks his play up. Thank you. Now we off on a break. Kyrie playing better defense. Kyrie is playing better defense. I'm not going to call him a defender, but you want your superstars to give you good defensive effort to lead the way, right? You need that. Kind of resting. I mean, this isn't great, but he's in anticipation of something. Ends up closing out, getting spun around, nasty dunk. But it's just like, I don't know, he could be more aware and in more of an athletic stance, ready to go. Like, standing straight up probably isn't the move, but his anticipation is in the right place. Kind of know where the ball's going. Gets spun around, though. Luckily, he stepped out of bounds. Okay. Where is Kyrie? Looking at everybody now, not just Kyrie. Good defense, staying in front. Conley does a good job of attacking that top foot, absolutely. But he opens up, solid defense, lead him into help. Now he runs right into his guy, doing a good job. I think that the Brooklyn Nets have potential defensively. They're just not as long as some teams. Now, Jared Allen, excellent job of just guarding both. So now he's in the 2-on-1 because this guy doesn't really matter until he gets back into play. So he's a threat to score. He's a threat to dunk it for the lob. Jared Allen's his job is to stay in between, challenge at the rim. And if the pull-up happens, he can challenge that, or he can, but he has to wait on this help side. Normally, this guy may step up to bump or show, but it's a little bit harder because he's attacking away from the one man right here. So floater went up. We all know he can. Oh, no, that was a lob. I didn't know I could rewind. What button did I press to rewind? That was crazy. I'm about to be doing that all the time now. What's rewind? Anyways, Jared Allen. All right, you tell me. Do you guys value because they got DeAndre Jordan to play with stars that they knew that they were gonna get? Would you guys put DeAndre Jordan, who's not as bouncy as he used to be? I will say that. Try being athletic for 82 games out the year. I always say that. It's more about being skilled. She's not crazy skilled. Okay, we saw what we need to see. Now, I want to just go into Kyrie in general because this fool is like, he's been playing really good. But let's just watch his plays. Good and bad on this one. Let's watch good and bad. So I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go back to my clips. Team, player, edit, high quality. Give me some high quality clips because Kyrie just came out cooking. It was really fun to watch, man. This dude, if he could do this all year, he's in the MVP category. I'll just say it myself. I don't really care what you got to say. He's in especially if they're number one in the East or top 3 in the East, he'll be in the MVP conversation. All right, we're gonna watch all his clips. Check it out. Separation. Check it out. Slow-mo 4 times. Getting into that body, pushing off. Thank you. Floater. That's create the little separation. He knew he was going to get to that floater right at this point right here. Push off to get away, which I teach to do that. So, I'm like I said, I know people like to play the pussyfoot basketball. We don't do that over here. We get physical over here. If the ref calls it, so be it. That is what it is. But we play basketball over here. We use little tricks. Coach, we got one. Easy. Easy. I see 200 million standing in front of me. Plus 200 mil. Get Kyrie up here. Comes off the handoff. Watch how he turns the corner. A lot of people ask me, how do you beat a switch? There's plenty of ways, but one way to understand how to do it, think about yourself guarding too. It's hard to guard when a guy's running at you. Look how high, how much space he has to run at this defender. So him coming like a bat out of hell, boom, he's headed to the basket. And it's hard. When you're trying to switch, you come to almost a complete stop. He actually ended up changing direction. So use that to your advantage. That's one way. Turn the corner. Charge right at the guy who's switching. Get a full head of steam, go straight downhill. I see Ben Simmons do this a lot. People try to switch. It doesn't necessarily work. He got a couple lucky bounces. I ain't gonna lie. I think he had 18 in the first. But when his shot is falling, especially from three, because I don't think he's a great three-point shooter, but I do think he's a good one. He's unstoppable. So right here, he looked faster than I've seen him. He looked really fast right here. I see 200 million right in front of me. Let me go at that. Faster than what you may think, stronger than what you think too. Imagine having to guard somebody like this. You just don't really understand how strong he is till you feel that shoulder in your chest. Pre-screen, screen, post-screen. Pre-screen, screen, post-screen. So he decided to pull up on that jumper. You always got to set the defense up, right? Keep them guessing. Let's watch how this goes. He waits for the screen to come. He's playing way back here, not helping this guy at all because he wouldn't be quick enough. So he gets him to flip the screen. One of the best ways to throw the defense off is to flip the screen. Now, normally Kyrie will come off it this way, and he's like playing a refusal, but he ends up like in a correct place at, after he flipped the screen, which is weird. Sets him up, receives the screen. Look how much shoulder to chest. That's how you want your screens. The guys get wiped out because now he would just turn that corner or he run straight to the basket, wipe him out. Way too far back for a player that's been going, Almost a good pass right there. So, for the record, this is Kyrie's made and missed basket. So we haven't run into a missed basket yet. He was killing. It's almost a really good look, but I would have threw that one up though. Let's see if he could have threw that one up. That would have been Ingles pizza. He should have threw that one up. He even acknowledged it. Look at Kyrie. Oh, should have threw that up? Oh, my bad, dog. Yep, they both knew that. And Jared Allen acknowledged it. When you have a taller player, which Jared Allen is, and he's taller than this guy, you don't send a bounce pass. You throw it over the top. A little food for thought. And vice versa. I think that Caris LeVert was great in this game. We're going to go over him too. He was sometimes he looks like a G League player, then he looks like a superstar. Today, in this game, superstar. I love this action, right? He slipped the back screen right here. Slipped it. So what that does is that lulled him to sleep, his defender, because he was waiting for that screen so he could bump LeVert, right? Which is his job, so that Conley can get back into play unless they switch that. Kyrie doesn't give them an opportunity to do either one of them. Hill comes off that handoff. Now he's too late. And then it's so hard to guard shooters now because you just can't touch them and you can't get under their feet. Look how he's being guarded. Hill. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Kyrie so far this season. I mean, it hasn't been great, but it's been really good. And it's just nice to have our superstar back. One thing to pay attention to with Kyrie is how low he gets all the time, too. And it makes it so hard to stop because you can't hand check him that much because he gets so low. But look at him. It's like his shoulders are parallel with the ground. Even when he's driving, he's so low. It's hard to hand check that, even at the waist. So now you're getting that momentum. Think about it like this. If I put my hand on you and you ran full speed, my hand shouldn't be able to stop the power of your full body. So the fact that he's getting that low, he's getting a lot more power from his legs pushing forward and all his momentum is leaning forward. So just another reason why it is important to get low. How do you get low? There's a lot of ways ways to do it. But it seems like such a weird question to ask, right? How do you get low? There's been at the waist and there's been at the knee. You need to have a little bit of a combination of both. I'm 28 and started hooping last year. Your content, keep pushing me. Hold on. Keep pushing me each day. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Much love from Portugal. I just think it's dope that so many people are from so many different places, and that they really have been supporting in the lab. On a side note, I have to say this real quick. There's two things. Our new kicks, these aren't it, are coming out tomorrow. Now I've worn these one time, and they are. You know what? I gotta ask, because ours sized up. So let me play an equalizer. Yo, so if it says 10.5, that means 11 on the older shoe, right? Or is it 11.5 then 10.5? Let me know. So I'm giving these shoes away during this film session. Anyways, my fault. I didn't want to take up too much time, but another thing. We'll go over that later. And if you guys are watching, if you're watching and you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button for me, please, pretty please. Tough move. One way to get through these split a pick so that nobody steals it. The lower that the defender will reach, you need to double tap it. And that's very important because it's very hard to steal once you double tap. And he does it right. The second tap comes right there. So what I mean is that it's just basically low. Oh my gosh, my bad, y'all. Man. My bad. I always forget to switch the screen. But anyways, double tapping. So he's going to the screen, attacking forward, and he keeps those low dribbles. I normally do it two times, but I never really do it 3 times like that. It just kind of slows me down a little bit too much. However, the double tap, just getting those low dribbles, whether it's with the right hand or switching it to the right then to the left, both of them work. So that's kind of how he gets through that, rises up for the on-balance floater, which is excellent. He just plays so good, in my opinion. Like, he started off the game like 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 or something. It was sick. It was all good. Comes off of a screen, curls around it. The way he moves is crazy. Look how he's moving. It's just like twitchy. Ugh, that's nasty, bro. His feet are all the way set and everything. But it's little times like this where I get frustrated because he's over dribbling. Look what you have down low right now. Yeah, Jared Allen with an easy lob pass to Mike Conley. Does he end up throwing it? I think he might have been trying to throw it, but it's a little bit too late. And I want to see these things happen a little bit faster, right? Just a little bit faster. Can't play perfect, though. Nobody's perfect. So I'm saying all this to say, sometimes people miss stuff. Sometimes people miss shots, which he did right there. He scored 28 points in, I believe, 3 quarters, because they smacked these fools. Kind of disappointed by all the blowouts that have been taking place. I don't know if you guys are. I have, man. Let's see. It's turnover right here. Okay, I ain't mad at that. It's 2.6 seconds left. Ain't nobody tripping off that. If you're new and you're watching, give a thumbs up if you like these type of videos. So his job was to screen the ball handler and then pop, right? Yep. And his job was to screen Kyrie. And gets good defense by Donovan. I hate drop coverage, you guys. He's not even, like, Gobert's not helping right here. He's not, like, Mitchell was just playing defense by himself, 2-on-1. I get it. Fight around the pick. But it's not helping, though. Like, I see so many other teams guard it different ways, and they play up or they switch high. I don't know about that shot, but I mean, they're up 19. He's trying to cook. He ain't really tripping. So I guess I won't focus too much on the misses unless he over dribbles. I think what makes him special is I don't think that I've seen anybody this good with finishing with both hands. But more importantly, who has a better offhand than Kyrie? Like, I've seen floaters, runners, spinning it off the glass. That layup that he had the other night when LaMelo tried to block his shot and he switched it to the left hand and spun it off the glass like an inside hand finish on the same side. I don't think that anybody is ever finished this good with both hands. He's the best finisher of all time, for sure, right? I think so. Now, you can argue Jordan, but under the rim. I'll just say under the rim then. I'm not counting dunks. Look how Jared Allen angles this screen. So it's not completely on the side, and it's not completely behind the defender. Watch what this does, though. So he tries to get around. Everybody pushed their butt out right there. But even if he would have went on this side, he would have completely wiped him out, so he would have been behind the play. So either way, he would have been behind the play. And I think that those angle screens are so important.
Irving again pushed back behind the 3-line.
Good contest by Rudy Gobert.
Irving again pushed back.
Good job. That's really good. You know what I would do, though? If I forgot his name, I move. Conley's kind of in that lane.
Pushed back behind the 3-line.
Good contest by Rudy Gobert.
Maybe got a piece of that.
He's used to his starting minutes. Nice backdoor
Just Kobe mentality, just taking shots. Sometimes it's fun to watch him cook, but I'm thinking about playoffs already. I'm seeing possibilities. Sometimes these aren't the best shots. Nobody touches the ball. Remember we watched the other day, and he went like, what was it, 8 possessions in a row where nobody else touched it, or 4 or 5? It was crazy. It was a large number. You know, where he took a shot down the court and nobody else touched the ball. I wonder if they pointed this stuff out in the film session. Contested shot, knocks it down. You know, and that's the thing. That's one of the biggest differences with some of these players that separates them. They could do both. Open shots, contested shots. Make the simple pass right there. So it's 1-2. I see what he's looking at, and honestly, he should have slid over because this pass has to be fast but spaced out enough. But, yeah, he should have been over, but even still, the ball was like, pass it to where they are, not where you want them to be. And that was a big problem that I had when I was playing. I knew where people should go, and I would dime it, and they wouldn't run to that spot. And I was always pissed off at them, like, why do you run to the spot? What I learned is you just have to coach them up. Tell them where to go. When you're at a certain place, you go here. But before that, pass it to where they are and not where you want them to be. And the reason why, too, because you get subbed out when you make stupid turnovers. And then it throws off your confidence and your chemistry. And then on top of that, chemistry is not built over time. So people just automatically, you can't expect a good teacher acts like the student knows nothing. So you teach everything. So it's okay when it's like, oh yeah, coach or sensor or whatever, like I already know how to do that. Okay, cool. Now I can skip on to the next thing, but you're not gonna blame me for not telling you that. Right? Like I explained to some people double dribbles. And it seems like something that's so fundamental, right? But you gotta explain. You want to explain everything. And act like they know nothing. Good teacher does that. Here we go. So we're gonna go with I want you guys to see how good Caris LeVert can be and see the potential. See what I see. Like sometimes he's just so out of control. After this, we're going to watch Damian Lillard and them against the Bulls. Clutch shot by Zach LaVine, I believe that was against them, and a bad loss for them. Are they gonna make the playoffs? Because the West is so stacked. I've never seen Chris Paul not make the playoffs. Harden's never missed the playoffs either. So like, who's gonna make the playoffs? Is Luka gonna be out? Somebody's got to be out. And I already told you guys, I think that Golden State is the top 4 team in the West. I know a lot of people don't believe it. They're tied for 4th right now. But don't tell anybody that. Because remember, everybody told me I was nuts for saying this type of stuff. And then you guys came out and started slandering them 2 games in the season without Draymond there. Anyways. But just look at, like, sometimes he just, like, weird, awkward shots, Caris LeVert. And then other times, you know, actually, let's show a few more of those clips. Because he came out, missed 2, missed 3, missed 2, foul, missed 2, missed 2. Like, he didn't play great to start off with. Another weird shot, but he makes it this time. Oh, misses it. The same type of pump fake jumper, he missed it. But I'm not hating on, because I'm getting ready to show you all the good stuff. This is just his clips all in a row. This is perfect. This is fine. I love it. I love his composure. He's not rushing. He's just going around the screen trying to knock down the jumper. Didn't get it to go. But he starts to turn up over time. And New Jersey's success, I believe, and I keep saying this, and I'll be saying this the whole season, it'll be very, very dependent on what Caris LeVert does. If he plays good, they're going to be good. Under control, easy. And he's got good height. Stupid handle. You can see right there, it kind of get it stolen. But it's the fact he has control. He has moves. He has potential to be one of our premier players. I'm in Brooklyn, by the way. For basically my whole life, it was the Nets. It was the New Jersey Nets. Hmm.
9 minutes.
He got it, man.
Matty, LeVert just points.
He got it.
Inside. Allen maybe got a piece of a nice hustle.
And then he'll do something like that. Actually, I'm not mad at him for that. He just jumped him. You got to be aware of that type of stuff, though.
51-27. And coming up on the halfway point of the second quarter.
Who got game, bro?
Halfway point of the second quarter.
Dennis. Soft touch sometimes. Sometimes he just has a crazy hard touch on the basketball and just fires these crazy shots up to the basket. It looks wild. I'm not mad he missed that. Euroing into the defense. I always tell players a Euro step into the defense. This is a Euro step. It just doesn't look like it because he doesn't go to the other side of the player, but it neutralizes the shot blocker. Rudy Gobert, if you ever wonder why he's getting paid, little stuff like this, he protects the rim. He protects the rim. And if that's worth max, to some people it is, I guess, whatever. He did it right there, kind of went into his body right there. But I was watching that and that was not a foul. I don't think it was. That's where he started cooking. Coming off this pick, composed, love it. Reading the situation, backs out. I was the most open shot in that situation. Not a bad release. It's not perfect, but it's not a bad release. Not much wrong with that. Still going to work. And the thing what I like about him, he's tall. So Jared Allen is good, man. You gotta look at little things like this. They should keep a stat of, or keep track of screens that lead to buckets. I don't know how they would exactly do that, but a lot of his do. When I watch, I'll notice a lot of his do. It's a good bucket because that good screen allowed Jared Allen, or I'm sorry, allowed LeVert to put him in jail. He's hopeless after that. Would you guys say that Kyrie impacted Jason Tatum and all the young guys, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Would you say that he impacted their games?
Consecutive stops here, so let's see if they can come up with.
That's what he was cooking, bro. High IQ reads. You know, Steph is the first person I've really seen do this consistently, I should say. He'll use other players as a screen for him. So, like, you see how he ran under it? And his man is not him, or is his. Like, he's guarding Allen. And it worked, too. He used him as a screen to get open. It would be cool. So, a lot of people are saying yes. So, I think that it would be really cool if Kyrie could pass that same knowledge along to LeVert. In the same way that I watched Chris Paul teach Schroeder last year. I thought Chris Paul, there were so many clips of eye-to-eye contact and them trying to figure things out. And they went to the playoffs because of it. OKC doesn't, nobody had them going to the playoffs. Look how he attacked his top foot on that was nasty. Top foot. Ugh. You know, something to work on is a between the legs dribble and attacking the basket, trying to see how fast you can get up to full speed, or at least 70% speed. We never really run full speed on the court. We never really reach the top sprint on the basketball court. But how fast can you get up to 70 or 80% off of between the legs dribble? I'm telling y'all, he started going to work. Cookies. Ew. I was sorry. What was Joey doing? Like right in front of him, you don't do a left to right crossover like that on that particular one. You have no space on the screen. He has a die on the screen most of the time. So he's like, probably he just sits on it. Still, that's a steal. He was feeling it a little bit right here. Try to go to work. That's a good shot, though. I'm not mad at it. He's not a great shooter to me, Caris LeVert. But he's not a bad shooter. Yeah, it's just out of control. Sometimes he'll look really good, and then he does stuff like he's falling to the ground. I can't stand it. I can't stand when he does stuff. I can't stand when guards do that. Ooh. Okay, Conley. Let's see that again. Oh, Conley was out of there, bro. He almost jumped back on the bench, on the wrong bench. Look how bad he got Conley. Conley like hopped towards him. That was nasty. See how a little hook after the move, little tips, little hook right there. You gotta get the defense off of you. Tough. Okay, we go to game. I gotta know what happened. You know what we need to do? We need to watch Chicago and Portland. Anyways, they went on to win the game. The Brooklyn Nets, they did a great job as a team. I think that they run pretty deep. Do you guys think they're gonna win the? Do you think they're gonna win the East? Who's gonna win the East? It's out of them in Philadelphia to me. Maybe the Bucks. I mean, those are the only three teams I could think of. I have to, and then the Heat. We can't count out the Heat either. Let's watch Dame, because I've been seeing that teams are guarding him like they do in the playoffs. And I don't know. I don't know if they did in this game, but I want to see. I got to see, because he hasn't. Let's watch the film. Now, before we get this film going, I do want you guys to know that if you're on a computer, you gamer, you play on your computer screens or whatever the case on your PCs, we have mouse pads that you guys can cop on inthelab.tv. Cop our mouse pads on inthelab.tv. Now let's get back to Dame Lillard and him going against the Chicago Bulls, who ended up winning the game. So we also watched the Warriors. We also watched the Warriors play the Bulls, and they ended up beating them. You would expect Portland to come out. I mean, he started off on fire, though. Coming off the screen. That's what makes us feel so good, is he could just, at any second, boom, pop in the air, knock these shots down. Zach LaVine did a good job of contesting that, too. Drag screens, got to use them. Drag screens, got to use them. Let's just see how they're guarding him and what they're doing when he's missing. We're not going to see everything right here, but we'll see a good amount, because I want to see, like, that's a good contest. Zach LaVine doing a good job using his length, staying attached, locking and trailing. Locking and trail, that's what we call lock and trail. Him chasing him around the screen, staying close as you can to that screen. I don't think that they should be losing. They shouldn't be. Oh. Watch him lull him to sleep with his between the legs. Slow, go. That was almost nuts. I didn't see that clip. He almost had a poster right there. Clippers, you losing another game too, but I'm not gonna go over that game because they didn't have Paul George. Now we see them get blown out when they don't have one of them. By 50 and by, how much did they lose to San Antonio by? Didn't they lose by a lot? I could be wrong about that. No. They didn't lose by a lot. Good, tough left. I'm going to show you guys one day film of Dame Lillard early on where he couldn't finish. He just couldn't finish. He wasn't a good finisher. Also, we should be watching the Lakers too, but I'm more interested in this game. But Lakers are going to go on a fat winning streak too. I think that they were going to go on a big winning streak. There's no help up here. I don't understand, like, this strategy right here. I don't understand it. But it worked for them. They got beat. Portland got beat. Dame missing the shot that he could hit. You know, where does Portland stand and how much they ISO? Like, are they one of the teams that ISO the most? What is their offense? If you guys are new to the In the Lab film sessions, we go live every day at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 12 noon Pacific time, Monday through Fridays, only on the In the Lab YouTube page. Ugh. It's too much dancing. He hit that, so it's too much dancing for me. But he could dance, though. That was tough. And don't worry, Chicago fans. I'm not just about to sit here and go through Dame Lillard film. I just wanted to see what they did to him to get him to. How many points did he score? Let me see. So Dame scored. They lost by 3 points to Chicago. I think it was a game winner. Dame had 24. Tough. CJ had 26 in this game. You want to say that CJ, Nurkic, and Dame is a pretty good core, right? They're a pretty good court. That was nasty. Remember, we talked about backdoor. When somebody's playing you up tight, this is pretty stupid. You don't play this close. But you kind of have to because he comes off this handoff. You know, you're in trouble. But if they're playing, see, that's why it's so good to be this much of a threat because people have to play you tight. And the closer that they are, actually you're more at an advantage. We saw so many players get a hold of this right arm. So move. Zach LaVine, to me, is underrated. I don't care what anybody says. He's underrated. They're just falling asleep, just looking at Damian. You got to be closer, man, because he can hit those. He was going for 40 and 50 on the same exact shots last year. And I want to see Damian get back to that, too. You know, what he was doing in the bubble in the season. I want to see him get back to that. Good backdoor. What were they doing to slow this guy down in the fourth? What are they doing to slow Dame down in the fourth? Let's see. Player.
This past weekend, he passed 15,000 career points. Only Clyde Drexler. His fourth personal foul in the last break falls within 7.
Well, I'm trying to log in all this stuff right now. Portland. Let's take a look at the last parts of this game. Check out the fourth quarter and just kind of break things down from that standpoint. All right, sir. You guys can drop a thumbs up, especially on your way out. Leave a thumbs up if you mess with the film sessions. Coming off the double, Gary Trent. Good pass in there.
Well, both him and Kobe have 14 assists between them, so they've done a good job of running the show here for Billy Donovan.
That was an awkward look. Gary Trent Jr. is good, man. They have some really good guard play. They have Carmelo Anthony. Tough. How did they get so, what kind of defense is this? One double on Derrick Jones. What is Melo doing? Well, and then he's playing so far back. What is that? You don't see this with certain teams. I will say this. You don't see some of this with certain teams. Who you guys got on the games today? I want to see this play. I will hope Dame doesn't look tired this early in the season. Oh, he's bodying cancer. Oh my gosh. Look how bad he bodied cancer. Normally I see Canner doing that to people. Jump hook. Add it to your game. One of the most unstoppable shots. If you can do a jump hook, it's pretty much a floater, so you have that too. Come on, Mel, give me one. Oh my gosh. Bro, what? Stupid bouncy. Derrick Jones Jr. Stupid bouncy. Sheesh. Got the Sixers winning. Oh, tomorrow I'll be on Twitch, on the NBA Twitch, just watching the game with Marcellus and I. So make sure you guys keep track of all that and log on when we jump on. We're watching the Sixers versus the Nets, which, you know, even with Kyrie out, I'm still excited to see that game. I'm sorry, even with Durant out, I'm still excited to see that because when Kyrie's bombs up, he just kind of goes crazy. I would love to see him go for 50 against the Sixers. Tough. You know, CJ, I've been noticing something. Sometimes he's a defensive liability. My Twitch is in the lab, but tomorrow I'll be on the NBA Twitch. CJ sometimes he plays good defense. Sometimes he's a defensive liability. Like I watch Wiggins take advantage of him. Y'all think Ben Simmons will take Kyrie? And how would that go? Ben Simmons is not a bad defender as you guys think. He's actually really good. Everything is like a tougher shot for them, which also shows how skilled these fools are. Hey, Levine, look at how Levine was trying to destroy this ball. Look how hard he was trying to block this. Oh, my God. He wasn't playing. He still didn't get it either. This is the fourth quarter. We're just seeing the end of this game. Zach LaVine hit a clutch jumper. Didn't have that many points, but a big shot nonetheless. Tough. Porter got a nice shot. They better not put Seth on Kyrie. It's a good game. Why do you keep showing me this? There you go. It's not good offense, man. I don't know why he threw this pass. All right, there's another thing. If you're guarding this guy and they're doing a pick and roll on this side, jump over here. You have an opportunity to steal it very clearly. It's not good offense. The defense, there needs to be action into the pick and roll, because if not, the defense has so much time to set up. And you know what? A lot of people fail to remember this, but that's why Golden State keeps beating Portland, and that's why they keep getting swept in the playoffs. Because little stuff like you give them the opportunity, the defense so much time to set up and prepare for these pick and rolls. If there's more action, you get your guys open. And this is not all. I don't put this all the way on the players. I put it more on the coach. This is not good offense. I see what y'all was talking about get Stosh fired. Dang. I just said he got a nice shot. He shot off the side of the backboard. PG style. He blew that up. They have the opportunity to switch this on this team. They should be a better defensive team. But you got what you wanted in the post. You didn't give it to him. Derrick Jones, you guys got to watch him on defense, man. I told you, that's one of the people that have locked me up. It was only one possession, but I knew his defense was that good when Derrick Jones guarded me. That one time, that's all it took for me to realize how good of a defender he would not jump. I could not get this fool to jump, and he was so long. Even when I hit him with moves, he was still there. Derrick Jones, he's tough. Oh, he wasn't going to pass that? They're taking tough shots. This is bad offense. This is bad offense. This is bad offense. Missed it too. Bad offense. This is why I'm never been high on. I've never been high on the Portland Trailblazers. And personally, I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna make the play. I'm not even sure if they're gonna make the playoffs this year. I'm not sure because of how many good teams are in the West right now. Denver's not even in the playoff picture right now. I mean, it's early, obviously, but you know, there's so many teams that are playing well. And right now, let me look at the standings. Let me look at the standings. This is ugly, bro. This is ugly. No wonder they. This is ugly. I'm a Portland fan. Like I like watching them play. Not a fan, but I like watching them play. So right now, it's Lakers are at the top. Phoenix are second, which they were in second. They got to win another game. Clippers are third. Utah, New Orleans, and Golden State are in fourth. They're tied for fourth. Sacramento, they're in seventh somehow at 3 and 4 in Denver. You just don't expect Sac's not making the playoffs. Sac, Denver, and Portland, and Dallas, and San Antonio, they're all tied for like 7th and 8th, whatever. It doesn't even matter. This is all going to change up next week, and we'll start to get a better look at who will be in the playoffs. I like how they're doing this, though, with the teams kind of playing twice. It's almost more like baseball, but I kind of like how they're doing. Oh, that was a split. You got to hit that. That was actually a really good, like really good sequence. That was a lob though right here. This is a lob to this. So they ran a double. All right, so let me explain this. So the first guy goes through, right? You can hand it off to him, but if he clears out and runs all the way through, there's no help side over here. Throw it up. Bang out. But he got a 3 nonetheless. But you need plays like that to go through for you. Who's the rookie of the year so far? Not good offense. Kobe White is getting better. He's constantly getting better. Been pretty solid. And I think he has a lot of room to grow. Unpolished. Damn, not even guarding CJ McCollum up there on an easy pull-up like that. Wiseman, Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo, Wiseman. So this game is almost over. Keep showing me the same plays. All right, let's see what. Normally this is a zipper, out of bounds play. Normally it's a zipper where the guy goes straight up, receives a screen. He sets the screen. Nope. Zipper up. Nope, didn't get it. A lot of out of bounds plays start off in zippers. I've noticed. Denver mainly. Shot is weird. Anthony Edwards. Have you guys been sleeping on Anthony Edwards? He's actually been playing pretty good. Hey, this is good defense. Zach LaVine has a few different possessions. I seen him do a good job on Dame.
Good defense by Zach. Force the pass. Williams guarding Anthony.
About to give away these shoes, by the way. Nice. Oh my gosh. This is so flat. It made a loud sound too. Anthony Edwards and Wiseman are up there for me right now. They were missing a lot of these shots that I know that they could hit, but these are all off the dribble. There's nothing open. This is bad offense. Portland has bad offense. Are you guys seeing this now? Is everybody seeing? Portland doesn't have good offense. Call a spade a spade. Good kick right there. Dang. What is Dame doing? Wait a minute. That's not his rotation. This is so Nurkic, he refused the screen. But you gotta let Nurkic get that and then stay right around here. This is wide open. I don't know. Did he knock it down? Dame was way out of position right there. Is Anthony Edwards starting yet? God, all these buckets are like off the dribble. All of the buckets are off the dribble. Maybe okay, it's pick and roll, whatever, but like there's not that many easy buckets that I'm seeing for Portland. I've seen a couple. Let's not act like there's none, but This isn't good offense. We're wasting. This is the last year we'll see CJ and Dame. I'm gonna just say it right now, together. Maybe I could be wrong though, but I don't think if they come back with this same thing, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, and it's not gonna work with this coach. If you're coaching them like this and these are the plays, it's not gonna work. I expect nothing out of Portland this year. I'll say it right now. But some fun highlights. I expect fun highlights, and then there'll be some pretty solid teams, but they'll be at the lower part of the West. They won't be. No. Unless they really, really change something. Let's see what they get into. Is this just a mid-post ice or something? What the heck? This is the offense. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is the offense. What did he fake? Why did he go on? A hand right there. Look, a hand's right there. This is terrible. That was terrible. That's bad offense. Hey, this is film. That's not my opinion. This is terrible. Nothing. At least they're trying to get something. It's garbage offense, but at least they're trying to get something. Ends up in the ISO. But the ball is at least moving around, though. They end up getting a foul out of it. 102 to 100. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left.
This is an excellent growth moment for Carter. Now trying to defend against Lillard. Rotation to Cummings. Gone way cold after the.
I don't learn nothing from this. I don't like stuff that I don't learn from. That's why I don't watch certain teams. I don't learn from them. I learn moves from CJ and just like, I love watching Dan. He laid him out on that screen. Nurkic got to talk to him on that. I didn't even think Dame knew it was coming like that. Okay, I ain't mad at that. Tough pass. Why force this one up, though? Look at Melo. Why just force it up? End up being a Sart. I don't like it. That's a carry, but that's for sure a carry. I like it, though. Let's see what we're gonna get. Let's see what we're gonna get. Is this another drag into a jumper? Yep, same thing. It's the same thing, bro. And you know what? That's not a bad shot. That was terrible defense. He just missed it. That's all that was. Throw it up. Good pass. Good play. That's good. That's good offense right there. Let's check it out again. Driving hard. Pass to the top. Running right off of that handoff. So Dame was trailing. Because Dame was thinking about like help right here. So now he's trailing. Dame was kind of just non-existent on that. Drag screen. Jumper. Oh, attack this time. Ended up getting a foul off of that nice left hand. They're going to start scoring, though, because I think it was a buzzer beater.
That's a moving screen right there for Nurkic.
LeVert guarding Lillard. The switch with Young. Yep. Porter on Melo. Lillard wants it. Oh, forces it up, and he's...
They bailed him out on that one. 2, 3. They bailed him out on that one.
Starting a 4-game West Coast trip.
Double. So we saw this earlier where he stops him from getting a full head of steam, Robert Covington, by jumping him on after the first screen. Learn a little something from that.
Behind the back on Nurkic. Maneuvering
I was sorry. He just didn't get it to go. That's all that was. All right, so we're gonna probably get a three right here. Oh, hey. Get that one to go. I'm gonna say what he did. Hey. Little double tap. Did he double that? Oh, he doubled it. Did you see that? Did you see him double it right there? It happened. It was slow, but it happened. Right here. He closes it. He doubled it. That was a nice move, though, Loki. Nice. Love the action. Come off of that tighter, though. Come off of this tighter so he can't get around that. And set it for him. Set a screen for him. I mean, he might get called for that one. He needs to just plant and then go. Once he gets him held up, just go. But he take a lot of contact right there, I ain't gonna lie. He didn't turn that corner tight enough to allow Robert Covington, who did a good job of getting back in front. That would have been a move right there. That's exactly what you wanted. He just didn't. He didn't turn the corner tight enough. They were struggling to get some buckets here, huh? Yeah, what we want here? Coming right off a pit. Yes, he didn't want it. Oh, he got flipped it. Good pass. Extra. Make the extra pass. Duck in, make the extra pass. What are we doing? You just gonna go right to the dude taking the charge? It's bad offense. Guys, it normally happens the same. Like, good defense steps up. Pro level defense. I mean, I'm not gonna call Portland a great defensive team, but like, this is obvious stuff. You step up. He's supposed to take that first pass out, Damian Lillard. He wasn't gonna take that first pass. Got to duck in from the dunk spot. Come on, bro. It's like little things. What's going on right now? Rodeo. I'd have been tight if I got a call for that one. Damian Lillard being clutch. Remember last year when he missed against the Clippers? Out of nowhere. Everybody was talking on the bench, only to go to the playoffs and get beat. Low-key could have got beat by Dallas. Who? That one. Oh, they ain't give him a foul. That was Damian for sure giving him a foul. Get out of here. That's a tough. That fake half. Fake half spin. That's tough. They was hyped over here. Look at him. Look how. Oh, let's see what we get for our last one. Good jump right here. They got to stay off of these sidelines. Sidelines. Stay off. This is a high IQ read, though. He jumped him right away. It's not good to just be on these sidelines like this. You get doubled a lot. Especially, don't get pick and roll standing right on the side. You guys gonna see from a video I'm getting ready to post Saturday, just teaching these kids little basketball stuff. Dang. The one thing you didn't want. I think he iced it. See what we get for our last shot to tie it up then. That's what we get for the last play? That's what we get for the last play? First of all, he caught it with his back to the basket. A turnaround. What do we draw up in the playbook? Hold on. All right. Zipper. Nope, that ain't even a zipper. They switched it right there. That's good D on for these two. Good defense. Why was there nothing after? This is garbage. This is garbage. And I'm not even mad that Melo shot the ball. It's just we couldn't even create somewhat of an opening for the last shot. And I hate that because Dame is one of my favorite players, and so is CJ. And to see them not winning is silly to me. Like, it's the early on in the season, but I want Dame to get a championship before his career is over. But is he going to be able to get a championship being the leading scorer? Yeah, he can with the right personnel. That was sorry. That was like anti. Anyways, I'm gonna give away these shoes right now. If you guys are still here, click the thumbs up button. We need as many thumbs up as we can get. We're trying to get this to one day be on television. If it doesn't happen, this is my show. I'm gonna give away these shoes now. Let's see what my guy said. It's a half size different. What size shoe? So if it says, all right, I have some 10.5s in this size shoe. Let me show you. These are the Equalizer brand. They're not tied up right now, but I'm giving away these right here. On Friday, I'll be giving away some Yeezys, the basketball shoe. If you got, I don't know, would y'all want something like this? But I'm giving away these. If you text 310-359-0521 is the number that I want you to text, and here's what I want you to text to that number. Let me give you guys let me create it right now. So first person to do it, if you were a 10.5 in American, first person to do it wins. Let me create this real quick. All right, 310-359-0521. Text In the Lab Kicks, Kicks. In the Lab Kicks. In the Lab Kicks. Not ITL, In the Lab. In the Lab Kicks. And you can get these in the 10.5 right here. They're basketball shoes. They're a brand that we work with. Oh yeah, our shoes are dropping tomorrow. So just be ready. We have limited amount of size because of COVID. COVID thing kind of messed everything up. So we are able to get all the size that we want. However, we may have your size, so just stay tuned. We'll let you know how that's gonna work. If you're on Twitter, follow me. If you're on Instagram, follow me. The name is Dev in the Lab. DEV in the Lab. Dev in the Lab, if you want to say it like that. All right. Go for it right now. I'll check out who texted first, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for pulling up on your way out. Leave a thumbs up to help. If you support us, give us a thumbs up, please. All right, I'll see you guys in the